This documentary is not suitable for kids below 18 years. It contains some nude pictures and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Despite the danger,
my house 9. I was going back home 3-4.
The risk,
Because ritualists, those sort of boys that they will use you, harassment. You go, you follow a guy to his house, he will sleep with you, and the next morning, the guy, you will not see the guy.
with some not being lucky.
Woman part. Most time you see some lady prostitutes by the roadside, they dump their body, but you see one their part of their breast is not there, their head is not there.
Drug abuse,
I smoke, I drink. Reason why I smoke and I drink is because you sleeping with somebody you don't know. You don't want to have any memory of that. So you want to erase that memory out of you. So you have
that
to
is the
smoke.
idea.
So I don't blame ladies that smoke.
There is also the part where some sex workers fear most: voodoo.
To ritually
They do
babala,
that?
yes, they'll tell you should go and take an oath. You swear that if you betrayed her, this and this, you will die.
All these and more coming up in this episode. This is Prostitution in the Streets of Accra. It is still the business of survival for these ladies. In this episode, we will go into the life of another in her 20s, a pretty Nigerian lady who is depressed because of what she does for living, prostitution and other matters of interest. For security reasons, we will call her Jane as a code name. The following is an account of Jane's life as a sex worker.
Doing prostitution is not easy. It's not easy. Let me say it's not easy because there are a lot of things that triggers ladies for going into prostitution. One, poverty, the background you come from, the poverty aspect. Like me now, leaving Nigeria, coming to Ghana to do prostitution, I was deceived. Because me coming to Ghana, I was told back then that I'm coming for business, that I'm coming to do business in Ghana. So on getting here is something else I saw. My madam has to tell me that I will serve her for 2 months. I'm going to pay her 500,000 in Nigerian money.
That Naira.
Yeah, Naira, 500,000 Naira.
How much is that in Ghana cedis?
I don't know because I'm not used to the
money. Okay.
So he said I'm going to pay her 500,000 in our money. So I don't have, I don't have option
than to follow
her, because if I have option, the thief coming down here is like 60,000 Naira.
Okay.
The thief, so I don't have option than to just follow her. And being street here in Ghana is very, very hard.
Okay.
When I say very, very hard, everything is by the grace of God, because ritualists, those sort of boys that they will use you, harassment. You go, you follow a guy to his house, he will sleep with you, and the next morning, the guy, you will not see the guy, you will just go without even paying your money. And some of them will drug you and take video of you and just go like that.
They do that.
They do that. And some of them will use you and use part. I have a friend, my madam that brought me, a friend was used. So many things.
Used how?
Used in the aspect that Yahoo boys.
That rituals.
Yes, ritualists.
Some are not lucky because of ritual killings.
For the Yahoo boys, we have 2 types of Yahoo boys. We have Yahoo Plus and we have ordinary Yahoo. Yahoo Plus is the ritualist that use lady, while the Yahoo is the one that use all this soap, and when later on when they are raped. So the Yahoo Plus use woman part. Most time you see some lady prostitutes by the roadside, they dump their body, but you see one their part of their breast is not there, their head is not there, but just few part of their body is the Yahoo Plus. They have used them. So that's it.
Aside that, there is also the high risk of contracting sexually transmitted diseases as well.
So different men sleep with us, different men with different sickness. Why some will wicked you? If you want to have sex, you will tell you that you use condom. So on wearing the condom, you are going to burst the condom.
Wow.
So you are not going to know anything. So when they come inside you, you have different kind of infection. If it's contacting HIV, you have HIV. If it's contacting gonorrhea, anything you have. But being in the street is because of the money, and let me just say it's because of the money and background is very very difficult. Some backgrounds having 3 times meal is very hard.
According to Jane, their madams are the reason why prostitution trade is becoming very difficult, because these madams treat them like slaves whenever they send them to other countries. Further, they expect them also to pay huge for providing the following for them: transport fares, accommodation, food, and protection. As a result, some end up working for years instead of working for some few months.
Is it because of the corona thing?
Apart from the corona thing,
People are not purchasing it as they used to. Why?
it's because the madam they are bringing girls coming from wherever country, Nigeria, wherever country you are going to, the madam they are making things difficult. Reason why in the access of difficult, you bring girls, you sponsor them 50,000, 60,000 Nigerian money down here, so you will now be asking them to pay 500,000. The money that they're supposed to keep for themselves, they're going to give you. If they now serve you for 2 months finish, or that time you will not give them the freedom that they want to go and fetch for themselves. So if you do not give them the freedom to fetch for themselves, if you cage them, they are making things
These
difficult.
madams, how do you meet them in Nigeria? How do you meet them? Because you're a young lady, you are having your normal life.
It's friends.
Okay.
Like now, in friends, you can have friend in Ghana here that is into prostitution. So if you have friend here and you have now have friend back in Nigeria or friend in any country, you contact that person by deceiving that person that where you are doing fine. You see them using BlackBerry, using 100 phone, using different
Flashy
flashy
stuff.
things. So
Just
they'll be
to-
doing
yes.
posts. So the post they'll say, girl, you are good now, and this. Teach me. What are you doing? They will not tell you that they are doing
That is what they are
prostitution.
doing.
Yes. So they will not say you want to learn the job or you want to do what I'm doing. So come. So from that, this one will bring, this one will bring. They will not tell you that you are coming to do prostitution except you are there. But some do tell that you are coming to the street to hustle. That's the slang. When they say you are coming to the street to hustle, is the slang. So by that, so that's
So in
it.
your case, you knew what you're coming into? Or
In my own case, I don't know.
So
In my own case, I don't know. They didn't tell me my idea because I have my handwork.
okay, what do you do?
I have my handwork. I'm into baking, decorating, and event
Oh,
planning.
okay.
So I have my handwork. So that's why in my own case, they didn't tell me that I'm coming here.
How long have
to
you been?
operate.
How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, it's not up to 2 months.
2 months.
She further shared her worst experience.
Experience is when I went to me and the guy communicate online. We talked, and he said I'm coming to his place, and his place is very far. Let me just say, from
Don't
here,
mention the place.
the place is very very far. So and me, I don't have teeth. We have talked. I've talked to the guy. We have talked. On getting there, you switch off your phone. I was standing there. I was crying self because I don't know anywhere. I was crying. I was calling. Number your dad is switch off. See, let me say I leave my house 9. I was going back home 3, 4. I have to beg, please. And some people, if you beg now, the way they are going to look at you, and man, you are dressed this way, you are begging. So I just have to go and say, please, can you put me in the car? I want to go home. That I lost my purse. Can't tell them that.
This is the situation.
Jane also said most sex workers take drugs so they will not have memories of what they do.
Do you do drugs? Because for you to be able to sleep with someone you don't know, how do you master that courage, that power that I'm going to sleep with this man?
That's a good question. For me, I smoke, I drink. Reason why I smoke and I drink is because You sleeping with somebody you don't know. You don't want to have any memory of that.
Oh, okay.
So you want to erase that memory out of you. So you have
that
to
is the
smoke.
idea behind.
So I don't blame ladies that smoke during prostitution. You will not see any girl that is in the street that don't smoke, that don't do drugs. Some do cocaine, while some do codeine and ref. I don't blame them. But too much of it is too much. They are going to take disadvantage of you, and they are going to have sex with you raw. They are going to take video of you and go away without paying you. Without they will now go. So ladies that do drugs, they should not allow the drugs aspect to be much, but you can't be into prostitution that you will not smoke or rather do drugs. It's not possible, because like me now, I'm the type of lady, if I'm sleeping with a guy and you are maltreating me or misbehaving, doing me anyhow, I can prove to you, because I inherit something. Used to I get angry of things at any time. I might push you, I might get angry. If I just think back of one thing that just come my mind, I'll just get angry and push you. But if I'm drunk or if I smoke, I will not have any such at my head.
So
what will be on my head is just have sex with me and pay me.
There are those who are specialized in the area of beastiality, that is, having sex only with animals and getting a high price for it. They travel from one country to another just to practice bestiality. Her friend is an expert, and that is what she does in Dubai.
I have a friend in Dubai. What she does is sleeping with dog. That's what she do.
She's in Dubai?
Yes.
An African?
Yes. All prostitution goes different country. All the whole country, there's prostitution.
Dr. appears stressed more on the effect of bestiality or having sex with animals.
If you look at even human beings, we need to keep our sexual organs in a certain hygienic way to prevent us from getting some of these infections we are talking about. There's something we call zoonotic infection, like COVID. It was said to be an animal virus that eventually found its way into human beings, and we all can see the effect of that happening to the world. So there are infections or pathogens or bacteria and viruses that lives in animals. If they find their way into human beings, they behave differently.
What are some of these infections?
I mentioned COVID as one of them. Once the thing gets out of the animal and comes into a human being,
and
it begins to. Yeah, we heard AIDS was, but there isn't a lot of evidence. But Ebola.
Okay.
Ebola is also one of them. And if you look at them, when they get access to human beings, their behavior is entirely different, and they kill human beings a lot. So if you want to sleep with animals, the question is, what are the normal flora of that animal? Normal flora means certain organisms, microorganisms that lives in that animal and feel okay. But when they get out of that animal and they happen to get access to a human being and they establish an infection, it is usually very terrible. So if you want to sleep with animals, that is the first danger. That animal, how hygienic is the animal to start with, apart from the abuse? How hygienic has the animal been able to keep its sexual organ for you? And then number two, the organisms that are classified as normal flora in that animal, are they normal flora in a human being? For example, the Ebola virus lives in, we are told, bats, and the bats are fine. They don't die from the existence of that virus in them. But that virus finds its way into a human being and you are off. So we call it zoonotic infections. So there are organisms in animals that when they get into human beings will cause a lot more havoc than we can imagine. So it is something that should not happen. It should not happen. Human beings should not, because if there's going to be a sexually transmitted infection from an animal to a human being, I think the effect and the impact on the world or the health systems is going to be so that. So for me, I think it's something we should try as much as possible to discourage people from doing it, and if it becomes possible, enact laws that makes it unlawful.
He further added, excessive sexual activities with multiple partners come with a high risk.
Somebody who is into multiple sexual partners on a daily basis, where the person ends up sleeping with maybe more than 1 or 2 people on daily basis from Monday to Monday, the risk, we call it a risk behavior when we are looking at sexually transmitted infections. So the person's risk is higher beyond comprehension. Because when we talk about multiple sexual partners, for those who are not even prostituting, if you have more than 2 partners, we say you have multiple sexual partners, and that increases your risk of contracting a sexually transmitted infection. And so if you're sleeping with 5 people in a day, or even more, and you do it on daily basis, then your risk is very high for contracting a sexually transmitted disease.
Life becomes hell when a sex worker fails to get a client or go to a madam with nothing. Either she is starved or punished by the bodyguards of these madams.
Because in the sense that I said, it's not easy. If you going home empty-handed, telling the madam that nobody carried you, then today she will start shouting, how can you say nobody carried you? For what? That you are here, you are making friends, you are not going out to work and look for customer. That why are you saying that they're not going to give you food that day? For that day they'll stab you, no food till you see customer yourself. And
these madams, do they have bodyguards or
they don't have bodyguards? Some that is classy, and we have 2 types of madam. Some that is at the top, that all these big, that know all these senators, all these rich people, they have bodyguards, they have people that secure
so they
them.
Discipline the girls.
Yes, they discipline them. Why some?
If I say even discipline, they punish the girls.
Yes, I know how some, the madam, she will wash clothes, she will do all sorts of things, she will do many things, and she will still pay money. She will still pay her money. So the other madams, they are not up to the other standard. They are just upcoming madam that they are coming up. So they are not up to the standard of that. They don't have bodyguards, but they are madam that what we say we call person madam is the madam that transport to your tea from or whatever country you are coming to, wherever you want to go and do prostitution, paying your tea accommodating you. So buying things for you, that's the bargain method. You buy things, the clothes and the tea the feeding. They will bargain that too. Some will tell you that the feeding and everything is on her, that don't worry, you are coming, you are fine, and when I'm getting here, they'll change plan. They'll change everything.
Another scary part of prostitution is voodoo. Most of these sex workers are still in the business not because of their choice, but because of the fear of the unknown or what will happen to them spiritually should they leave or quit without the permission of their madams. Because most of them are made to swear to voodoo gods.
They'll take you to Babala, yes, they'll tell you should go and take an oath. You swear that if you betrayed her, this and this, you will die. So you
by
don't have
betrayal
time.
Means that you maybe slept with someone and
you don't give her the money, or you see the money and you run away.
Next time on the season finale of Prostitution in the Streets of Accra, we will go into the dilemmas of prostitutes and investors in the hospitality industry.
Because some of them are not in their will to do, they come. At the end of the day, some of them even will end up with man on bed or in bed, and payments become problem.
Why some sex workers kick against legalizing prostitution.
It's almost my lances of one. And then my babies.
And finally, the way forward.
Now, when you go to other advanced countries, there are so many social interventions to help children in order to avert some of these things.
Thanks for watching.
documentaries like this, kindly contact Air Force 2 TV on 0547 047983 or 0505 714 871. You can also connect with us on our social media handles by searching Air Force 2 TV. Air Force 2 TV, beauty with imperfection.
Kindly subscribe to our page for more videos.